Section 21 of From the Tower Window of My Bookhouse. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Marianne Bodorf. From the Tower Window of My Bookhouse. Edited by Olive Beaupre Miller. An Address to New-Made Citizens by Woodrow Wilson. You have just taken an oath of allegiance to the United States. Of allegiance to whom? Of allegiance to no one, unless it be to God. You have taken an oath of allegiance to a great ideal, to a great body of principles, to a great hope of the human race. You have said, "We are going to America not only to earn a living, not only to seek the things which it was more difficult to obtain where we were born, but to help forward the great enterprises of the human spirit, to let men know that everywhere in the world there are men who will cross strange oceans and go where a speech is spoken which is alien to them, knowing that whatever the speech, there is but one longing and utterance of the human heart, and that is for liberty and justice. And while you bring all countries with you, you come with the purpose of leaving all other countries behind you, bringing what is best in their spirit, but not looking over your shoulders and seeking to perpetuate what you intended to leave in them. You cannot dedicate yourself to America unless you become in every respect and with every purpose of your will thorough Americans. You cannot become thorough Americans if you think of yourselves in groups. America does not consist of groups. A man who thinks of himself as belonging to a particular national group in America has not yet become an American. My urgent advice to you would be, not only always to think first of America, but always also to think first of humanity. You do not love humanity if you seek to divide humanity into jealous camps. Humanity can be welded together only by love, by sympathy, by justice, not by jealousy and hatred. We came to America, either ourselves or in the persons of our ancestors, to better the ideals of men, to make them see finer things than they had seen before, to get rid of things that divide, and to make sure of the things that unite. It was but an historical accident, no doubt, that this great country was called the United States, and yet I am thankful that it has the word united in its title. The man who seeks to divide, man from man, group from group, interest from interest in the United States, is striking at its heart. It is an interesting circumstance to me in thinking of those of you who have just sworn allegiance to this great government, that you were drawn across the ocean by some beckoning finger of hope, by some belief, by some vision of a new kind of justice, by some expectation of a better kind of life. No doubt you have been disappointed in some of us. Some of us are disappointing. No doubt you have found that justice in the United States goes only with a pure heart and a right purpose, as it does everywhere else in the world. No doubt what you found here did not seem touched for you, after all, with the complete beauty of the ideal which you had conceived beforehand. But remember this: if some of us have forgotten what America believed in, you, at any rate, imported in your own hearts a renewal of the belief. I was born in America. You dreamed dreams of what America was to be, and I hope you brought the dreams with you. No man that does not see visions will ever realize any high hope or undertake any high enterprise. Just because you brought dreams with you, America is more likely to realize the dreams such as you brought. You are enriching us if you came expecting us to be better than we are. We cannot exempt you from work. No man is exempt from work anywhere in the world. We cannot exempt you from the loads that you must carry. We can only make them light by the spirit in which they are carried. That is the spirit of hope. It is the spirit of liberty. It is the spirit of justice. I like to come and stand in the presence of a great body of my fellow citizens, and drink, as it were, out of the common fountain with them. and go back feeling that you have so generously given me the sense of your support and of the living vitality in your hearts, and of its great ideals which made America the hope of the world. End of section 21. An address to new made citizens.